Assalamu alaikum. I am Muhammad Mahmud Hassan, Assistant Teacher Agriculture, Greenfield School and College. Dear student of class 6, today I am going to discuss about red amaranth cultivation. The Bangla name of red amaranth is lal shak. The another English name of lal shak is red herb. Red amaranth is a popular vegetable in our country. Red amaranth is cultivated more or less almost everywhere in Bangladesh. It contains a lot of vitamins. At first, we have to know how to grow red amaranth. Before thinking of growing of red amaranth, we have to correct our soil. Red amaranth is cultivated in almost all types of soil all the year round. However, loamy and sandy loam soil is the best for cultivation. The production of red amaranth in our country is abundant at the outset of winter. Red amaranth can be cultivated in high land during summer. Look at this figure. This is red amaranth. This is the leaf of red amaranth. It is a leafy vegetable. There are many kinds of red amaranth. However, two improved varieties are Alta Pati and Bari Lal Shakwan. The leaves and stem of Alta Pati variety are vermilion red. The leaves and stem of Bari Lal Shak are red. The flower of this amaranth is red and its seed is round in shape. Okay, land preparation. The seed of red amaranth is very small. So, the land is prepared loose by plowing 4 to 5 times and laddering. Red amaranth is a short duration crop. So, 40 kg of cow dung and 400 gram of urea, 300 gram of TSP and 250 gram of muriate of potash fertilizer have been applied per decimal land. After 7 days of seed germination, an amount of 400 gram extra urea fertilizer per decimal land will be top dressed and mixed with the soil. Now, seed sowing. The seeds of red amaranth are sown by broadcasting and in lines. If sown in lines, nursing is convenient and there is more yield. A 1 meter wide and 15 centimeter high seed bed is prepared to sow seeds in the rainy season. A 30 centimeter irrigation drain is to be kept between two seed beds. There may be an equal distribution of seeds everywhere. If seeds are mixed with sand at the time of sowing, 10 gram of seeds is enough for decimal land. If sown in lines with the help of stick making 1.5 to 2 centimeter deep line having 20 centimeter distance, then seed should be broadcasted in lines and the soil should be leveled. Now there should be some intercultural operation. The nursing that is taken from seed sowing or seedling planting to crop harvesting is called intercultural operation. No irrigation is necessary if there is sufficient moisture in the soil at the time of sowing, but if there is not sufficient moisture in the soil, irrigation is necessary. When seeds germinate, seedling should be kept 5 cm apart in the rows and other plants must be lifted as thinning out within a week. The weed must be cleaned out by weeder and the soil should be mulched after irrigation. Crop harvesting. Red amaranth can be collected after 20 to 25 days of sowing seeds. Firstly, tall plants need to be lifted. Thus, amaranth can be lifted after 2 or 3 days of interval. The plants of red amaranth is lifted with roots. Then they are washed away, tied in bundles and marketed. Crop harvesting should be completed for leafy vegetable before the stem becomes hard. Yield. 45 to 55 kg red amaranth is obtained per decimal of land if improved method of cultivation is applied. Now I am going to show you a video related to this chapter. Please watch this video.
Welcome to Gravity Productions. Red amaranthus is a type of leafy vegetable which is rich in vitamin A and C. So within 28 days you may get a good harvest of this organic vegetable. So let's get into the video and see how it is cultivated.
Amaranthus is definitely one of the lesser known microgreens, but you may have encountered it in its seed form. It's an annual or perennial plant that grows around the world. There are roughly 70 species, some that grow to become purple, red, green or gold. They have been around for a very long time, consumed by the pre-Columbian Aztecs who referred to as huatli. In fact, amaranth may have been 80% of their diet at some point. Amaranth seeds were also used in ancient rituals and celebrations, specifically for a unique festival called Huitzilopochtli, which means left-handed hummingbird. The first step for cultivating red amaranth is to prepare the soil and section it into long rectangular raised soil beds, after which we take the seeds of the red amaranthus and mix it with chicken refuse. Chicken manure is feces of chicken used as an organic fertilizer, especially for soil low in nitrogen. Of all animal manures, it has the highest amount of nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. Pseudomonas powder can also be mixed into the soil. Pseudomonas fluorescens is an aerobic gram-negative ubiquitous organism present in agriculture soils and well adapted to grow in the rhizosphere. This rhizobacterium possesses many traits to act as a biocontrol agent and to promote the plant growth ability. It grows rapidly in vitro and can be mass-produced. Some researchers seek make use of pseudomonas fluorescens to partially or completely degrade pollutants such as styrene, TNT, and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. Several strains of this bacteria also have the ability to suppress plant diseases by protecting the seeds and roots from fungal infection. As the seeds are sown, there is high chance for ants to feed on them. In order to avoid this, they also sow rice or semolina, so the ants feed on them rather than the seeds. This will also give time for the seeds to grow. The sowing pattern is also different. After seeds are sown in the first bed, the farmer sows the seeds with an interval of 2 days in the subsequent days. This is done so to make the harvest easier. Sufficient water is also sprayed into the soil beds. The plant takes about 25 to 35 days to mature and be ready for harvest. It is also a very easy plant to cultivate as it does not require much effort after planting. It is watered daily. Amaranth is the commonly used name for any one of the 60 different species found in the Amaranthaceae family. The name comes from the Greek amaranthos, which means one that does not wither or the never fading, alluding to the brilliant bushy flowers that reach in color long after harvest. Often regarded as a common weed, one green variety is named pigweed. The plants are commercially cultivated for their edible seeds, leafy greens, and decorative blooms. The plants are consumed as a green vegetable primarily in Asian cultures, where they are known as selalu in West Indies, choli leaves in India, and cowpea leaves in Africa. Red amaranth leaves are more often used for their ornamental purposes or even to make red dye, such as the love light bleeding variety. After several days, when the plant is a few inches tall, the weeds are handpicked. The amaranthus fields are very beautiful to look at. They resemble ruby red seeds against a green backdrop. Amaranth plants can reach heights of over 2 meters with fleshy oval-shaped leaves that are sometimes pointed at the tips. Some varieties have a deep maroon center of the leaf with streaks of red, purple and green. The red variety produces feathery purple, magenta or red flowers from the central stalk, which is packed with edible seeds. Though the flowerets are edible, once they mature and become bushy, they are not palatable and should be avoided. The young leaves are slightly astringent when raw, but are nutty and mild like spinach. Larger, more mature leaves are best for stewing or braising, similar to a chard or beet cream. Amaranth leaves are nutritionally similar to beets, Swiss chard, and spinach, but are genetically closer to their wild ancestors and offer a far superior source of keratin, iron, calcium, protein, vitamin C, and trace elements. Amaranth greens may be eaten raw or cooked. The younger leaves are mild and tender, while the more mature plants are slightly fibrous and develop a bitter flavor. Select amaranth leaves that have small, thin stems and lack any flowerets. Although edible, the blossoms usually indicate that the leaves are past their prime for eating. As it's gluten-free, those who have celiac disease may use amaranth leaves as a great source of protein. The seeds also have the ability to relieve hypertension and reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease, blood pressure, and cholesterol levels. In terms of nutritional content, amaranth, both seeds and leaves, are packed with thiamine, niacin, calcium, potassium, iron, manganese, zinc, and copper. And its leaves are a good source of vitamin A and C, as well as its seeds are a great source of dietary fiber. Red amaranth leaves may be found year-round, with peak season in the spring and summer. The plant is ready to harvest just before flowers arise on it. The leaves will be lush ruby red and the stalks will be tender. The plants are plucked without much soil. They are then wrapped in ropes and the soil in the roots are washed off. These plants are fully organic. India, Amaranth is cultivated after a major harvest to enrich the soil and earn extra cash in between crops. In Kerala, a bunch of the leafy vegetable costs up to 20 rupees. It is very easy to cultivate red amaranthus and very healthy too. After watching these videos, I hope everyone turns to healthy eating and cultivation.